Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. Today we have Bitcoin daily update. The pump is not convincing. Before we begin, do not forget to join our monthly subscription, Patreon/Mind Your Crypto. You only have to take profits. You do not have to do anything at all. I'm going to give you exact targets, when to buy, when to sell, when to short, when to long. Let's go right now to see what Bitcoin is going to do. Eventually, for Bitcoin, we had a pump over the previous few days, plus 3%, plus 3.61. Now, the thing about Bitcoin and why it pumped, you can find it here. So, Bitcoin had a closing condition of above 19K. It was at 19,056 USDT. So, we had the closing condition above here, and this is why we pumped. But right now, we are facing another rejection, this time at the 20.2K. Now 20.2K is not something hugely important. Okay, at the same time though, if we look at the lower time frames, we do not have what it takes to go all the way back up. Okay, Bitcoin is a little bit in a very bad spot. Why did we pump right here? We pumped because we made a closing above condition in the lower time frames. Look at that. We had the top trend line getting pumped 1, 2, 3 times, and this is why we went a little bit higher. But all of this is not something that it is going to bring us all the way back to the 21 or 22K. This is what you need to know. Also, we are going to draw a fib this time. We are going to draw it in the daily frame. Okay, and what we are going to do is we are going from this top right here all the way up to this top, to this bottom. You can see that we are in right now at the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement. In the non-logarithmic scale, we haven't closed above. In the logarithmic scale, we just barely made it, but we cannot assume that this is a closing above condition. Right now, what we need to do in the 4-hour frame or in the daily frame, it is that we need to close above the 23.32 USDT. If we can manage to do that, we are going maybe to see a small pump at the 28.85, but it won't be something special. Right now, what BTC is probably going to do, it is to fall more down. The price pump that we had over the previous days, unfortunately, is not convincing. And right now, what we are going to do, it is simply fall down even more. Maybe a small pump, but in overall, we are going to fall. And the correction that we are going to have will be nothing like this or like this one right here. Okay, it will be a huge correction coming in. For the time being, many people are thinking that this might be a double bottom pattern. We are going to use the trend-based Fibonacci extension to tell you what are the most important targets. Right now, with the trend-based Fibonacci, we have one of the most important, which is the 20.8K. You remember that we found it with the Fibonacci retracement as well, followed by the 21.6K. Now, these levels are going to play perfectly. But at the same time, what we need to do today, it is to form a green candlestick. If we keep going further down, and especially if we are going to lose the 19.7K, then be certain that Bitcoin is going probably to go further down all the way to below 18K. Always remember that the 19.7K is a very huge important support level. If we lose that, we are losing it right here, and we are going to get even further down. Okay, so keep in mind that Bitcoin is not bullish yet, not even in the lower time frames. In the lower time frames, we made a pump, but unfortunately, it is not enough to get us all the way back up. Bitcoin is not having something like an impulsive wave in the 1-hour frame or in the 4-hour frame, and therefore we cannot assume that we are going to get all the way up higher. Many people were thinking that right here we are going to see a huge pump coming in, but unfortunately this is not the case. The fact that we closed above the 9K in the weekly frame was good, but I have something bad, the monthly close. The monthly close was not so good, and therefore we might expect further dump coming into the market. Right now you can maybe see a price pump only if we close above the 20.4K that we talked about, and especially if we close the 20.8K, then we might be moving even higher. At the same time though, we are going to retest the 19.7K. For me personally, this is going to be the case into the next few hours, we are going to go further down. As for the technical analysis right here, you can see that we are having a very high risk with the 4-hour frame, RSI, same as the stochastic RSI, and same as the commodity channel index. So I'm expecting into the next few hours further correction. Be careful in what you are going to long, in what you are going to short. Please watch out the price targets. I think that if we are going to lose that, we are going to have a strong crash coming into the market. And this is why you need to be extremely careful. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Do not forget to join our monthly subscription and see you soon with many more videos. Bye.